it's Bren from Big Geeky Blog. This is my cousin
Shen, S. Hart from Big Geeky Blog.
And she's joining me for our Teen Wolf recap. We used to do the audio ones, now we're video ones, so you can see my face and her face.
You can see my face.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
So, we're going to recap episode 15, which is called Amplification, based off of episode 11, when Dr. Valak apparently amplified Lydia's abilities by drilling a hole in her head.
I don't know how that's possible, because you would think drilling a hole in her head would really F someone up, but yeah.
Well, it pretty much F'd Lydia because we find out that the amplification of what Dr. Valak did, now Lydia gets to hear and feel and see and every scream of every death. And they said that eventually that if she could die from her own scream, but not only take herself out, she can take out a whole bunch of people.
That's terrifying. Thank goodness you have such a good doctor on your side. No.
I was about to say, I'm like, nope.
No.
Dr. Valak is like pretty much now a villain. I don't know how many villains we have going on right now.
50 billion.
Probably, but I think we have Dr. Valak now we can add. Deucalion's back, I'll talk about him. Dread Doctors, the Beast of Javadan, the Desert Wolf, Theo. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Theo.
Yeah, Theo.
6.
Jeez.
6 villains this season, guys. And growing.
Yeah.
Alright, so going back to Dr. Valak, we learned from Deaton, who's now back with the pack, and he tells them about, sorry, lost our track. So, Deaton tells Scott and Stiles about Dr. Valak and how he used to be the resident doctor of a previous institution in which he tested and drilled holes and did deforming things to supernatural creatures, from banshees to wendigos to werewolves, you name it. He probably on it. Mm-hmm.
Dean?
No, Dr. Valak.
Oh.
Dean's like a saint, like Halo.
You're like, what the hell? What track are you on? Not Dean. Continue.
So Scott and Stiles basically now know that Lydia is in danger, not only to herself, but in danger to others. So, Stiles and Lydia, I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, so they go on the rescue plan in which Scott and Stiles came up with this amazing plan. Sounded pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Each pack member had their certain tasks. Kira was in charge of using her Kitsune electricity powers to brown line, which was kind of a weird line. Brown line Icon House. Like, just like
take out the electricity.
Just like that.
Yes.
And I love the scenes with Malia. She was paired up with Kira to help.
Brown line,
Icon House.
take out the electricity.
And there's a funny scene where Malia put these like scientific goggles on to like be safe around Kira when she's practicing how to control her.
Safety comes first. Good job, Malia.
Where's safety first goggles?
Yeah. Even if they make you look silly.
She looked cute in them though.
Yeah, of course she did.
I
would look stupid. But good job, Malia!
Cute and everything. Alright, and then of course Liam and Scott are the bronze of the pack. They're gonna go into Icon House and just like beat up people.
Kick ass.
To get their way in and take care of all the unnecessary creepers that happen to be
in there.
In Icon House. No, it's like the staff. Yeah. So then Stiles is also in the plan because he's the only human who can make it through the barrier of wolfsbane that has been implemented in the walls of Icon House. So he's the only one that can rescue our dear sweet Lydia from Icon House. Yeah.
All Stiles and Lydia fans are like, yeah, bring it, let's
Been
go.
waiting for this since season 1.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm a Stydia fan, but I love everything but Stydia's my shit.
Yeah, she does. She loves Stydia. Yeah.
Going back to the plan, it fails. As you can see, it's going to carry over into the second episode. Stiles and everyone is on lockdown at Icon House, and wolfsbane in the wall is definitely amplifying all their abilities. So it's going to be crazy next episode. I wish it was more of a 2-hour episode because I feel like they kind of like stopped abruptly, and I wanted just a little bit more. But a couple other things that happened within that episode. Of course, we learned a little bit from Deucalion on how to take Theo down.
That's awesome, Deucalion. Doing some good advice. Thank you. I was really kind of a bad guy.
I don't get it. He's supposed to be like this demon wolf, but yet he's just like laying there with like a chimera. He's laying there with Hayden and by herself with the demon wolf who's just sitting there. He has something on his arm, so I guess that's probably weakening him. But he tells Hayden that the talons that the desert wolf gave Theo were on a certain frequency by the Dread Doctors. So if he puts the talons on for claws to drain the beast abilities to become an alpha and be stronger, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
So Hayden knows this secret, so I wonder if she's gonna stay loyal to Theo, who basically saved her life in a way, or if she's gonna side with Scott's pack and help with them. Scott's pack. I don't know, I like Theo because he's like the bad guy that you love to hate. Like, you love to hate him. When you watch an episode, you're like, what is this guy doing? Why is he doing this? But, yeah, I think he's probably my favorite villain this season.
Yeah, because everyone else is kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, and the Beast of Chevron apparently wears sneakers.
Yeah, that's not really a beast.
I guess, like, he had a showdown with the Hellhound with Parrish, and Parrish went whoosh, and he apparently went down. So, Hellhound, the Beast were at it, but nothing happened. And 1 point Beast, 0 points Hellhound. But when they're looking at the footprints, they saw sneakers. But then Melissa was like, oh, it can't be just a guy. Don't tail it on a guy. It could be a girl.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of messing up my whole
Your theory.
Yeah.
Who could it be?
I think I know.
Who could it be?
I think I know. Other things, of course, is this weird scene between Liam and Scott, and they're fighting. Apparently, Liam tells him to punch him in the face a few times for what he did to him. Kind of a weird scene for me. But anyways, in that whole scene, the only thing I took away from it is that when Scott lifts up his shirt, you get to see a little bit of abs. But you also get to see, like, he's not, like, fully healed. He's still, like, suffering from having his heart clawed at. Alright, so a few more scenes that I do want to talk about is definitely the Martins are all banshees. So I feel like the Martin girls have like a line of banshee abilities, or like it's passed down generation to
I
generation.
kind of thought that too, and I'm not caught up to you. I thought that Mom, she knows something.
She didn't like embrace her power. She kind of like it's just a premonition. It's not really anything. And then she put her daughter in Icon House. Now she realizes that it's not a good place for her to be, and she tries to like, I'm gonna save my daughter, and lockdown happens. So yeah, she wasn't able to protect her daughter, and she basically probably put her in the worst scenario that she could put her kid into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Mom. But at the same time, yeah, poor Mom.
And I'm so happy to have the timeline finally on track. We were going from future to past to present. Now we're in present. So I'm so happy to be on the same timeline.
Yeah, I've heard some people say it's a little confusing.
It's really confusing. I'm like, how?
I don't know
They
where we're at.
just left Lydia at Icon House while they're doing all this other stuff, and I realized
It's in the future.
it's in the future. Or, you know, she had the hole in the head, and she didn't have the hole in the head, and so it was kind of confusing. I wish they kind of weaved that in a little bit better. But yeah. That's our recap of episode 15 Amplified. Make sure that you guys stay tuned for other recaps here on Geeky Blog on YouTube. Bye.
Bye.